Shalom, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Akarkadash. Shalom to the elders of Great Millstone for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I wanted to bring out. And this is a news article from Barron's.com, updated 6 hours ago by Jacob Sumshine, if I pronounce his name right. And it reads, in the stock market news, it says the stock market was dropping Wednesday after the Federal Reserve announced that it has hit the pause button on lifting interest rates, which is kind of surprising. You would kind of think that, you would kind of think that the markets would increase. You would think the markets would be in a positive category. You would think the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq Composite would have been in the increasing positives category, just because the Federal Reserve made that announcement that they was gonna not lift the interest rate. You would think it kind of be in a positive range, but surprisingly, the Dow Jones has failed to it was down negative 314 points, which is 0.9%. You would think it had a positive gain, just because the Federal Reserve has put a pause on lifting the interest rates. That's why I kind of find that kind of interesting. But I digress, and I just want to add a note to that. It says, I'm gonna read it again for edification's sake of this sit-down lesson. It says the stock plunge after federal rate pause. It says the stock market's dropping Wednesday after the Federal Reserve announced that it has hit the pause button on lifting interest rate, but expected to resume hiking in the future. It says the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 314 points, or 0.9%, while the S&P 500 was falling 0.2%, and the Nasdaq Composite had dropped 0.2%. The Fed said it will keep current federal rates unchanged at a range between 5% and 5.25%, and watches how the economy digs its height. It says the Fed changed its forecast with the median projection of the terminal interest rate at 5.6, suggesting that it plans to continue raising the rates in the near future. For a market half rally in the Fed meeting, the S&P 500, it says that Salakia. It says for the market has rallied into the Fed meeting, the S&P meeting. It says then was just too hawkish to bear. So as we see, the markets was down today with the Dow Jones of negative 314 points, which is 0.9%, and the S&P 500 was down 0.2%, and right along with the Nasdaq Composite dropping 0.2%. So as I mentioned again, which is kind of head scratching because and you would think that the Federal Reserve has paused with the lifting the interest rates, or continuing to raise the interest rates. They will have a momentary pause button on that, and you would think you would think the markets will flourish, but that wasn't the case. So I was kind of surprised that the markets has crashed to negative 314 points from the Dow Jones Industrial Average, right along with the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq Composite drop as of today as well too. So that was kind of interesting, you know. But this was just a sit-down lesson that I wanted to bring out of from Barron's.com, published by Jacob Sunshine, updated 6 hours ago. As it says again, stocks plummet after federal rate pause. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Karkadash. Shalom to the elders of Great Millstone for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.